What is up, guys? Joe here, back with another video. Today is Friday, December 10th, 2021, and Ford is up over 9% for the day and just posted an all-time high of $21.45. Ford is rallying on the news that they have pent-up demand for the new electric Ford F-150 vehicle and a positive guidance for 2022 in terms of vehicle deliveries. Ford has recently entered the EV space and is hoping to become a dominant player in the electric vehicle market, similar to Tesla. Although they are very late to the game, they have grand ambitions to produce many more electric models and to make them a standard in the United States. So with that being said, today I wanted to look at some headlines, do some technical analysis, and see if Ford is a buy at this current price point. So let's get started. So if we jump over to FinViz, there are a couple of headlines moving the stock higher. Ford to invest $900 million for revamping Thai auto plants. Ford halts reservations for F-150 Lightning on strong demand, CEO says. Ford CEO Jim Farley says that the automaker is completely oversubscribed with our battery electric vehicles. Ford CEO Jim Farley said Thursday that interest in the automaker's soon-to-launch F-150 Lightning pickup truck is so great that it had to stop taking reservations. CNBC reported, "We are completely oversubscribed with our battery electric vehicles, Lightning especially," Farley told Jim Cramer. "We had to stop reservations. We got so many. We stopped at 200,000 and those are orders, hard orders." Farley said Ford is pushing full production capacity at 70,000 or 80,000 units of the Lightning, the all-electric version of America's decades-long best-selling F-Series pickup truck. "We're going to try to double that," he said. "We've done it in the past. Don't bet against Ford when we have to increase capacity. This is what we do." The Lightning is expected to arrive in dealerships by mid-2022. Farley said that the automakers needs batteries for its electric vehicles more than the semiconductor chips. So jumping back into FinViz, we do see that there were some new analyst ratings given out, and actually Wolf Research gave it a downgrade and a new price target of 22. Jefferies reiterated their buy position and gave it a price target of 20. And back in October, Credit Suisse did give it an outperform rating of $20. And now if we look at the weekly chart, we do see that Ford has been in this general move higher, and back in May did have a nice run up to the $16 mark, but it did manage to fall lower, and not until mid-September we've had a giant rally since. Along with other EV makers, we managed to close at an all-time high of 21.45 today. So this yellow line below would be seen as support, and the pink line above would act as ultimate resistance, and we managed to break through resistance today and push higher. And we can look at it the same way within TradingView. Here's our daily chart. You can grab your trendline tool here, and ultimate support would be found down here and resistance above. And as you can see, Ford has been trading in this channel, and it bounces off of support here and another bounce here, yet it was getting rejected above here. Rejection, and a light rejection, and potentially we could get also rejected up here at the $22 price point. And before I forget, looking at bar chart, do see that Ford had the second most active volume options placed today, with an options volume of over 1,100,000 option contracts traded, and 78% of those options were calls, which is bullish, and only 21% were puts, which is bearish. So for the most part, investors were very bullish today in the short term on Ford stock, and you can see Apple was number 1 and Tesla below in terms of volume was number 3. So looking at the chart again, in order to accurately predict where the stock could be headed next, we can draw some Fibonacci retracement zones in order to accurately plot support and resistance lines. So what you can do is zoom out here, grab your fib retracement tool here, and drop your first anchor at the lowest point of the stock posted back in March of 2020, and your second anchor would be posted at today's closing price here. And again, this dashed line running across would be seen as ultimate support for Ford. That would be on the daily chart. If we were to get a massive correction, we could revisit these levels, and that is roughly between the $13 to $14 price point. But looking ahead, we do see that Ford was trading in this range between the 61% retracement zone and the 78% retracement zone. and it managed to push above that, and now we are at the 100% retracement zone here. And also notice back in September we did get a golden cross on the daily chart, and a golden cross is when the faster moving average crosses above the slower moving average. And in this case, my 8-day exponential moving average, depicted by this blue line, crossed above the slower 21-day moving average, depicted by the yellow line. And right at this intersection is where we got a signal to go long and stay bullish. So now if we're able to break through this 100% retracement zone here, we can continue higher by looking at our Fibonacci extension levels to see where the stock could be potentially headed next. So what you can do is zoom out here. So now beyond the 100% retracement zone, if we're able to push through that, we will visit our next level of resistance, which is our 127% retracement zone, and that's a price target of 26.42. And if we're able to break through that, our next level of resistance would be the 161% retracement zone, and that's a price target of 32.57. Now I do think we'll get there eventually, but not in a straight line up. Ford and a lot of the EV makers have been very volatile lately, and even with the new $1 trillion infrastructure bill, a lot have rallied really high in a short amount of time. And judging by the RSI, we are touching the overbought levels. We are passing the 70-point mark, so that indicates that a lot of investors are piling in the short term. So if you ask me, would I buy Ford? I'm actually neutral on the stock. I do think they are a good car maker, but if you look at the chart, even back until 2013, 2014, the Ford stock did nothing. It just traded sideways for years on years, and it looks like the story remains the same for Ford. Not a lot of innovation going on. Newcomers like Tesla, Lucid, and Rivian are bound to dominate the market. So Ford is a traditional name. It is a blue chip name, but personally, I wouldn't buy at these price levels. Again, it has run a lot in the past few weeks. If you were able to get in this name earlier in the year, earlier in 2020, it was a good price entry, but currently at these levels, at the $20 mark and above, I would not buy in. Again, if you own it already, hold it. If you don't, then don't buy it at these levels. And if you turn on our volume profile, we do see that our point of control was at the $12.95 mark. That was the perfect entry for you to buy in. And at that price point is exactly the perfect entry for you to buy at a lower point. But now, since it's run up so much, I don't recommend it at these high levels. So anyway, what do you think about Ford? Do you like the stock? Do you like the new EV trucks they're putting out? Let me know in the comment section. I hope you found this information helpful. If you have any questions, please leave a question in the comment section. I'll be happy to respond. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.